How perspectives are formed. Have you seen Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory? In the movie, 5 children tour a candy factory and get to taste some of the candy. One girl, Violet, tasted a piece of bubblegum that tasted like a whole meal. She tasted tomato soup, roast beef with mashed potatoes and gravy, and then dessert. "Blueberry pie!" exclaimed Violet. Suddenly her father cried out, "Violet, you're turning violet!" Violet was blowing up into a huge blueberry. My brother was 6 when we watched that movie. Afterwards, he wouldn't eat blueberries. He didn't even want them near him. The vivid image of big round Violet remained in his mind. Blueberries didn't beat him or abuse him. Blueberries aren't bad or dangerous. So what was happening? Seeing Violet turn into a blueberry, the emotion of fear went throughout his body. He had no life experience to know that eating blueberries wouldn't make him blow up. His child perspective kept him in fear. It was 2 decades before he would try to eat another blueberry. Charlene, like many survivors, have stories involving the child's perspective. Her father was an elder in the church they attended. At 3 years old, he started sexually abusing her. Charlene loved Jesus, and she asked him into her heart. She hoped Jesus would save her. She kept looking to be rescued, but the abuse continued. In fact, it got worse. She was forced to be part of satanic and sexual rituals with men and women from church. Shame and scriptures silenced little Charlene. The adults said things like, "Charlene, God and Jesus will never accept you. You disgust me, Charlene." From a child's perspective, adults are right about things. Charlene's perspective was being formed by the abuse. As Charlene grew, so did her perspective. In the mirror, she would wonder how she became so disgusting, so shameful, so unworthy. Some days she couldn't even look at herself. She believed what she had been told. She deserved the bad things happening to her. She loved Jesus, but also had nothing to lose by being bad. An eating disorder, excessive drinking, promiscuity, skipping school. It looked like Charlene had a lot of sin in her life, but these behaviors were indicators of trauma, expressions of the pain in her heart. Didn't anyone understand? Charlene came to Discovering Mercy, clutching to the edge of a cliff, fighting to hang on. We met her at the cliff. We leaned over. We held her steady. We did not let go. We focused on her eyes and on her heart. We loved her until she wasn't absorbed by fear, until she could love herself. We encouraged her as she climbed to safety. Is there a Charlene in your life? Is there a Charlene in your church? Are you a Charlene? Can the body of Christ journey with survivors to help them heal? Yes, we can help survivors heal if we see behavior problems as symptoms of trauma, rather than labeling them as sin or misusing scriptures to shame them by saying, "You have demons, just resist temptation. You deny Christ's power." Shame doesn't help. It hurts more. From a survivor's perspective, God, Jesus, and scriptures are like blueberries to them, causing fear, terror, and shame. At Discovering Mercy, we help survivors understand what happened and the effects of trauma on their brain and body. We show them how to climb up over the cliff with new perspectives. To begin to help survivors change their perspective, we as a church must change ours.